Guys, this is Diego Cuevas, and today we're going to talk about Midnight Special. So, Midnight Special is a film directed by Jeff Nichols, stars Michael Shannon, Joel Edgerton, Kristen Dunst, also the young kid who was in St. Vincent, but also Kylo Ren's also in this movie, and Sam Shepard. So, now if you are familiar with Jeff Nichols' works, you know that he works with Michael Shannon on three previous films. The first one was Shotgun Stories, the next one was Take Shelter, and then Mud most recently. He also has another movie coming out this exact year with Joel Edgerton and of course Michael Shannon. But he's also working with Joel Edgerton again with the next movie. And what I love about Midnight Special, let's get into the plot real quick. So the plot is Michael Shannon plays his father who has this son with abilities that are totally, unknown to man. He's Starman. Again, it's a mixture between what John Carpenter did with Starman. It has a little bit of grit to it because it's really realistic. There's some violence in here that is really shocking. It bursts your ears to see what's going on screen, and you just go whoa. And there is a lot of moments like that in this movie, which I really appreciate. Jeff Nichols, this is his first studio film, but you can still feel that he's an indie director because he still comes from that background. And there's a lot of technique that goes into this movie that you would see in a lot of independent films. It's very subtle. It doesn't go out of its way to try to explain itself. There's no big speech. I believe sentences don't go longer than like 8 words. It's clearly set in motion about what it's trying to be. And what this movie accomplishes is a lot of greatness that's in sci-fi films that are missing nowadays. This is a real smart and intellectual film about fatherhood, about, a will to existence. What do we think of ourselves as human beings? I love this movie a lot. And one of the reasons why I love this movie so much is because you don't really know who's the main character. I mean, seriously, it's a four-horse race. Yeah, Kylo Ren, he's in it, but he's not the star. The four real stars is, of course, Michael Shannon, who's great like in everything. This tiny ass Mike. He's great in everything. Joel Edgerton, who's so damn good. I love this dude. This dude has been surprising me ever since like I've seen him in Animal Kingdom. He directed his very first film, The Gift, which I really really love. He was in Warrior. He had a small part in Zero Dark 30. He's really good. Kristen Dunst. She's proved that she's not just Mary Jane. She's really good in here. She really is. I haven't seen the second season of Fargo. I do love the first season. I hear she's really good in the second season. I want to see her in the second season. I don't know. Something's wrong with the TV or some shit like that. Anyway, but she's really good in here. Also, the kid, like I said, the kid with the abilities of powers that you kind of questioning. Who is this kid? What kind of powers does he have? He's dynamite in the movie. He's really really good. And all throughout, Chef Shepard's also in this movie, but he has a really small role. He shows up in the first 10 to 15 minutes, and then he kind of disappears, and you kind of forget about him. And same thing with um Kylo Ren. I'm gonna keep on calling him that. I've totally forgot his real name, Adam Driver, and just playing. No, but you kind of forget him because he pops up for a little bit, and then at the end he becomes this big part of the movie, and then again, you're not invested with him because the four lead performances, like I said, are just so strong because they're the ones that make this movie have the most weight and the most reason to give it to really give a crap about this movie. If it wasn't for those four act, that's really hard. Sometimes movies just focus on two characters or one, and you can't even get that out of them. This one has four really interesting characters. This movie left me wanting more, which is always a great thing. Jeff Nichols wrote and directed this film. He's a really masterful storyteller. He's a really good director. I think the cinematography in is great. And the one thing that this movie is going to be remembered for is the soundtrack. The soundtrack is beautiful across the board. This thing has an amazing sensibility of its pop culture sense of, you know, futuristic setting. Well, not a futuristic setting, but like I love science fiction like this because it's placed in the real world. During our time, like I just saw The Cell with Jennifer Lopez and Vince Vaughn. I mean, that's a film that has like futuristic technology, but it's still set in the year 2000. It just happens to be technology that we don't see, us regular folks can use. And same thing here. It's a futuristic. It has, I don't want to give it away, but it has something to do with the future or science fiction aspect that doesn't have to do with the future. And I like that it's placed here, this time and setting. I love this movie. This movie's great. It's a 9.5 out of 10 for me because I can see where the ending can be a fault. But there's some movies that ending is not a problem for me. The ending is not a problem for me. What I have a problem with is, of course, Adam Driver. He goes in, he goes out. You could have got anybody to play that role. Again, nitpicking at the very least. This movie is really, really subtle. It has an enormous amount of heart and weight to it that you walk out going, I need to see that movie again. I really want to see this movie again. I loved it. I think it's great. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Aquarius. Have a great day. Please click the like button, subscribe. Check out more of my views. I will continue to post views, top tens. I mean, I just did a top 10 of DC directors. I want to see direct DC movies because after Zack Snyder, swing and a miss. But he doesn't. It's not entirely his fault. Nevertheless, though, that's a totally distant argument on itself. I'm a huge fan of this movie. I can't wait to see this movie again. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.